Welcome back to Stooge Stream. This is Making an Impact, your weekly Global Force Wrestling review / recap show. We're looking at the episode of Impact Wrestling that aired on the 3rd of August 2017. I am your host, The Stooge. I'm joined as always by the first male of professional wrestling podcasting. He is G-Banks.
How's it going, people? What's happening?
I'm waiting for it. What are you going to do this time?
What?
It was like a dance, the fidget spinner. Come on, just do it. Distract me now. Get it over with so I can get on with the show.
Maybe I don't want to dance when you tell me to. Maybe I'll dance later.
So no monkey dance.
Not this week. No.
So you just made me waste all that time asking you what you were going to do when you knew you weren't going to do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, thanks.
Onto the show, yay!
So the show opened with an L.A.X. Clubhouse promo.
Sorry, I just
Every time. I got to remember to wait.
Yeah,
I got to remember to wait. They're guaranteeing tonight they've got a new member. They're teasing maybe it's one of the Patron family members, possibly.
Maybe. Can't trust those Patron family members.
We'll find out later because it's L.A.X. versus a Patron family, subtitled Civil War.
Oof. Was there a Mexican Civil War?
Well, no, they had a civil war against America.
No, because Civil War means it's two people of the same kin fighting each other.
Mexico and was like part of it.
Long story, yeah.
Yeah. So in the first match of the evening, we had Desmond Xavier versus Drago. It's the second round of the Super X Cup. This is going to determine who goes to the final between the two of them.
And who's sent packing.
It is, we see a very quick wrap-up promo first, just so we know who's who and so forth. I'm enjoying these.
I like these too.
Yeah, we're
actually
getting to know
done.
them. Yeah.
Even though I really don't like the Super X Cup, I like the promos.
Get off your X Division high horse. So this was exactly what you'd expect. It was a super fast match that, to me, felt very Mexican wrestling inspired. Well, having Drago in the match, that makes sense, but the speed and the counter move was very, very Mexican
Desmond
wrestling.
kept up.
He did. He shows that he's got the style of a lucha as well as an X Division athlete, as well as I'm sure he can wrestle hard style Japanese as well. He is an all-rounder.
I'm impressed by him.
There was some great little bits of this as well. Like one thing that stood out to me in particular was when Drago did the baseball slide when Desmond was going for a flip.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was so cool. And it was just little things. Quick. So quick. Drago got the jumping Canadian DDT spinning rolling thing that he does, whatever that is.
Well, I would say it's a Canadian, but he's from a different dimension, so I don't think he knows what Canada is.
Yeah, the Dimension X.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I'll allow that one.
You like that?
Yeah.
I've named it.
Okay. I'll let you keep it.
I'm sure it's got a name.
Yeah, it probably does have a better name, but whatever.
But ultimately, even with all of this, Drago wasn't enough because we had Desmond Xavier getting the win with the final flash. Which looks spectacular. That spinning moonsault 450 sideways, whatever it is.
It's a final flash.
It's a final flash. And it is. When you hit it, it's over.
Yeah, it is.
It was a good match. I really enjoyed it.
I didn't mind it.
Really?
Yeah. It was alright for an X Division.
You're actually going to admit the X Division match was good.
It was alright. But the more fact because Drago was in there and he's a crazy bastard.
He is. He's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, so I was expecting, interdimensional demons to come out,
I felt like it was close.
Yeah, no, last week we saw it, so I was expecting this week, but whatever.
So Desmond's going to the Super X Cup finals. He does a little interview with JB, which was quite cool. Just a little, hey, I'm going to win this thing. Yeah. Next up, we had interview.
Too humble for my liking. We've got to change that.
He was quite humble in his interview. He did say...
If he's going to make it in this company, he's got to change that attitude.
I don't know. I think you just like the arrogant heels.
No. Trust me. If you're going to make it in this company, you've got to be arrogant.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens at Destination X and who he's going to face. We'll find out next week. Interview Bot was backstage with EC3. He cuts a promo about his Grand Championship match later tonight with Moose.
Goose.
What?
He's a goose.
He's not a goose.
Yes, he is. Look at his neck.
He's a moose. It's a moose.
Gooseneck.
We had a Matt Sydal versus Bobby Lashley promo wrap-up package, which was quite nice.
Yeah, no, it was.
I'm looking forward to this match.
I am kind of looking forward to it, but I know who's going to win.
Yeah, Matt Sydal.
No, Bobby Lashley.
No, Matt Sydal.
Matt Sydal's not going to... Have you seen Bobby Lashley?
Have you seen Matt Sydal stopped him with that, like, standing shining wizard?
Yeah, after he had Thingo turned his back on him.
Hey, it was the fool me once, not fool me twice.
Nah, it was more like Matt Sydal being cheap.
We'll see what happens.
All right. And I'm telling you what's going to happen, so we don't have to really see, but whatever.
Okay. Well, it's coming up at Destination X.
Well, okay.
Next up, we had the Patron family backstage cutting a promo. Alberto was cutting a very spirited promo that led to some...
Is that what you're going to call it? Spirited?
Spirited is what
You're not going
to
go... Okay.
I'm spirited. And that leads to some dissension in the ranks between Alberto and his brother, him thinking that maybe he has turned to L.A.X's side.
I said you can't trust those Patron family members, man.
Dude, you just don't want to. You just hope that that's the case.
No, you can't trust them. What are you on about?
Let's see. In the middle of this, somehow Karen Jarrett and Bruce Pritchard are there, and Bruce says he needs to talk to Karen privately. So we'll see what that leads to. Maybe next week.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe he'll get rid of Jeff Jarrett.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had Trevor Lee with his stolen X Division title.
Not stolen.
He's stolen X Division title.
Well deserved for title.
He didn't win a match for it.
Dude, he's versed world class wrestlers for it.
He did not win a match. He does not hold the X Division title.
He's versed world class.
He's not.
Don't get me started on the list. Dude, I've got a list of the world class. Okay. Alright.
Versus one of the Mumbai Cats.
Very respected Mumbai Cats. Get it right, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So these guys
are world class. They go around the world.
Yeah.
So there's some more respect.
Titles.
Yeah, exactly.
So it starts off with Trevor Lee, obviously overpowering the Mumbai Cat that he's facing, but they do the old switcheroo with one rolling under the ring.
See, I would say that's
out.
a bit cheating tactic, but that's what the Mumbai Cats are known for.
That's what the Cats. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do. So I'll accept it.
So at this point, though, the match seems to completely swing the other way into the Mumbai Cat that's in the ring's favor. He completely dominates Trevor Lee, leading to a really, really nice frog splash finish. After he gets the pin and the 1, 2, 3, the mask comes off and we find out it isn't one of the Mumbai Cats. It's Sanjay Dutt.
I don't know what Sanjay Dutt was doing there. He wasn't allowed in the building. He obviously disrespected one of the members of Mumbai Cats, knocked him out, and, took their costume.
He wants his stolen title back. That's pretty simple.
No, he doesn't want...
It's pretty simple.
He's going after a stolen title.
Straightforward.
He's going for a...
Straightforward. Title stolen. Here's, wants it back.
I
Straightforward.
I don't see it like that.
A to B, straight line.
I don't see it like that.
Straight line.
I don't see it like that. I see a man that has the title and someone else is trying to steal it off him.
Well,
that's why he's not allowed in the building. If it was his title, would he be in the building?
Well, look,
would he have to be doing disguises to get this? If
it's Trevor Lee's title, let's just go into the realm of fantasy land and say it's Trevor Lee's title.
But it is.
So Sanjay Dutt wants a match at Destination X, a ladder match for the title.
For the title, yes.
Okay, are you happy with that? We happy?
I'm very happy.
We're going to move on?
If we agree that it is Trevor Lee's title,
it's not. So Joseph Park and Grado are backstage. Joseph Park is still trying to marry Grado off to Laurel Van Ness. The only problem is a Congo Kong.
Yeah, a big Congo Kong. A pissed off Congo Kong.
It's a problem. And we'll see how that resolves later on in the show. Next up, we had Eli Drake, who's always accompanied by Chris Adonis, versus Eddie Edwards. Which never happens because a pissed off Congo Kong's raging backstage.
He was pissed off. And just to make it worse, he was hungry.
Yeah, he's not happy. He destroys Eddie Edwards. Laurel's screaming and carrying on. We go to break, we come back. Congo is killing Richard Justice, like literally murdering the dude.
Giving dick to the Justice, am I right?
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah. Okay, you get a fist bump. That was good. That was good.
I knew it.
You tell anyone I gave you a fist bump.
Well, you just said...
Shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway. Congo is literally murdering Richard Justice. There's no question about it. Laurel's trying to stop him. And we cut to EC3 making his entrance.
Yep.
So it's EC3 versus Moose for the Grand Championship. These are 3-minute rounds, scored ineffectively by 3 judges.
Yeah, effectively, I like that one.
So we start with EC3 winning round 1. He completely dominated
Yep,
the round.
well deserved.
Yeah, I have
Couldn't
to
agree more.
Yeah, this
If I could give 11s, I would have.
Yeah, look, even I'm going to have to say that this was a flat-out domination in round 1 by EC3, which led to EC3, I felt, even dominated round 2.
He did dominate round 2.
Yeah, Moose got very little offense, but somehow the judges gave it to Moose. It came to round 3. There was no decisive winner. There was no pinfall. There was no submission. So it goes to a judge's decision.
And well deservedly.
Well, for starters, it was Scott Demore went even Stevens 10-10. Dutch Mantell went even Stevens 10-10. Bruce Pritchard, in a what the fuck moment, pulled a 10-8 out of his pocket for Moose. An 8! It's the first 8 ever! It's an 8!
I think I was more excited with the 8 than the...
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Holy crap! We saw an 8!
Yeah.
That means there are more numbers than a 9 and 10 in a grand championship
I can't believe
match.
it, yeah.
Holy crap. This is a historic event in the grand championship title.
We got an 8.
And we get a new champ in EC3 by
yep.
the split decision.
Well deserved too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Moose very much had round 3 in hand, it felt.
But then EC3 had round 1 and 2, so...
Yeah, okay,
So he won.
okay. Well, yeah, it's hard to argue that, actually. It's hard to argue that.
No, I was already stacked,
All right.
ready to go.
Yeah, you did. You stacked the deck on me. Damn it. All right, next up, we had a 6-man tag team match. Team number 1 is KM, Falabar, Mario Bokara.
Dude, you know, last week I was talking about that stacked team with Eli Drake, EC3, and Chris Adonis.
Yeah.
Move along, guys, because we got a new stack team with the boys of KM, Falabar, and what is it, Baraka?
Yeah, Mario Bokara.
Bakara, yeah.
And
These guys are
you
deadly.
mean stacked as in stacked the weight?
No, these guys are stacked, man.
Yeah, they're stacked.
No. Lee
There's a lot of
Falabar's
them.
Lee Falabar's way out of it. Just because he's 4...
There's a metric ton of people
Just because
in the
he's 4
ring.
members doesn't mean anything, alright?
And they'll be versing Suicide, Braxton Sutter, and Grado. Braxton is always accompanied by Ali at ringside.
So the has-beens.
What?
The team has-beens.
How is that your team has been?
Because they're all has-beens.
You're so rough.
What?
So rough.
We got Braxton Sutter,
Yeah.
who loses every match, and his wife is more over than him, right? Because he loses every match. We got Grado, who's literally a joke, who wears, what, leotards? What is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? Always dancing. And then we got a guy named Suicide, who still hasn't proven his point yet and hasn't killed himself. Till he does, then that's when I'll be like, alright, yeah, I actually like this guy.
You're
Point
right.
proven?
No.
Point proven?
No.
Husbands?
So this 6-man tag team match, which the commentary fails to actually announce, is done under international tag team rules, which is tornado tag team, meaning if somebody rolls out under the ring, another member of that team can roll in, and they're now the legal man. This was an interesting mix of styles with an international flavor in Grado, Falabal, Mario Baccarat. And of course, Suicide's interesting offense. KM
Masterpiece.
Braxton Sutter, of course, always has some interesting things to do. There was some great over-the-top rope moves by the face team, being the smaller of the competitors, so they were able to go over the top rope. Grado tried and splattered miserably.
Yep, every single time.
There was, again, some really interesting moments in this. Some comedy as well with Grado dancing and trying to get the team to dance. But, of course, that leads to distraction. The heels take advantage of it.
They're not going to learn from it. Exactly, see?
I'll agree with you. They should learn from that.
Has-beens.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Well, if they were has-beens, then you wonder why. In the end, Grado gets the pin after Braxton super kicks KM and he trips over Grado, who rolls him up for the schoolboy.
One of the cheapest tactics I've ever seen in wrestling.
How's that cheap?
Dude, he went behind him and rolled him up. Like he tripped him like.
That's not cheap. That's Three Stooges stupid. If Braxton's so dumb, KM's so dumb to fall for the Braxton super kick distraction into the Three Stooges fall over.
He wasn't
someone.
even an illegal man.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
I'm saying he was.
You can't say
Just
he
for the
was.
sake of argument. If you can just make shit up, I can just make shit up.
Well, I'm not making shit up. I told facts. You can't just go out and make shit.
Okay. Anyway, the Faces did get the win with Grado.
Team
getting
has
the
been
pin.
barely got the win by some cheating tactics.
Grado calls out Laurel, pulls a ring out of his bum bag. What is this, 1991?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you live in Bankstown?
Only people from Sydney will get
Get
that joke.
that,
Yeah.
Congo was right on Laurel's heels, though. Congo fucks Grado up.
Yep.
Ali's trying to talk Braxton into helping Grado, and he's like, nope, not my problem.
Yeah. And I totally agree with him.
No.
That's the only time I agree with him.
I'm going to agree with you because I agree with him too. I'm like, no, it's not your problem. You do not want to get in between Congo Kong and anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Congo's about to give Grado the splat. Laurel talks him out of it. Grado rolls out. Laurel gives Congo the titty rub calm down. And then drags him out. And that's the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Grado still...
Is getting deported.
He's an illegal alien.
Yep. Bye-bye, there, Grado.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Wave. Goodbye. So we'll see what happens next week.
Yep.
Maybe Grado can propose via Skype and get his green card that
Or
way.
maybe by the airport. Who knows?
I liked the suggestion by one of our commenters, actually. It'd be really funny if Grado goes through all these proposals, Laurel agrees, and then finds out that Laurel's Canadian.
Canadian. Well, you can go to Canada.
That'd be great.
Is there a wrestling scene there?
So next up we had an L.A.X. backstage promo with interview bot, but I think Conan's got me beat.
Yeah, he has.
Got me beat because he turns to interview bot and tells random white girl number 5 to shut up. That was so wrong.
That was my call of the night.
We had to rewind it and watch that twice.
Yeah.
Even the knockout Fiona was laughing so hard. Conan is amazing. Promos about the Patron family, who's going to turn, what's happening, who's the new L.A.X. member. All of that's coming in our main event. But just before our main event, for no reason whatsoever, EC3 comes out with his new title and no shirt on.
I wouldn't say it's no reason. He was happy that he won his title, fair and square.
The no shirt is no reason. He
No,
could have put a shirt on.
No, he didn't have to put a shirt on.
Could have.
No, I would have preferred him with no shirt. And I agree. I think a lot of our fans would have agreed with me.
Dude, what you fantasize about at home in your own time is your business.
No, it's everyone's business. That's why I have a blog about it.
So, we've said 100 times that EC3 is one of the best mic workers of all times.
If not, probably is the best.
Yeah, like it is amazing. So it's very clear that they were a couple of minutes short and they're like, go out there and buy us 2 minutes. So EC3 goes out there and starts sweet talking his new title. I love you, title. Want to get out of here, just you and me?
And that's how you put a title over. By making love to it.
I cared about the Grand Championship title for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds!
Dude, I've been caring about it since day one.
Don't start. Don't start with this
What?
again. No.
I've always said, like, this championship is going places. And I've always loved the scoring system.
Okay. Realistically, EC3 made me care about the Grand Championship for 30 seconds. And then I remembered he was talking about the Grand Championship. And then I didn't give a shit anymore.
Well,
Then I just didn't care.
yeah, it's each to their own. I reckon the Grand Championship's one of the greatest titles that ever would come into TNA. Impact, I should say.
So let me just run a quick poll, just you and me, right?
Okay, go.
So if we could replace the Grand Championship with, say, a TV title, 10-minute time limit matches, if it goes to full time with no pin or submission, you get 3-minute
Sudden death.
sudden death.
Overtime.
Yeah, overtime. If it goes to no contest at the end of overtime, champion's advantage versus a grand championship.
Okay. Well, how about we do a poll and let the fans decide?
Yeah, let us know. Let everybody that comments on the show, let us know. Would you prefer a TV title with a time limit that you knew were going to be tight 10-minute matches with maybe an overtime here and there, or the rigged shitty grand championship that scoring system's so fucking broken that broken doesn't even describe how broken it is?
I like the second one.
Of course you do. But no, EC3 did cut a great promo. He's amazing. That minute and a half was promo of the night.
Yeah, easy.
Because you're like, where's he going with this? Is he going to fuck the title in front of everyone? Like, it felt like that for a second.
It was so close. Pretty much, I think they had the time, like, no.
He tongued it. He tongued it.
Like, not on TV, dude.
Yeah, like...
This is an M ready show.
If I saw the hand reaching down, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Mm-hmm. I was reaching down.
Next up, we had our main event. It's L.A.X. versus the Patron family in Civil War. Representing L.A.X., we had Homicide, Santana, and Ortiz.
Yep.
Versus Dos Cardos, Hidro del Dos Cardos, and Alberto El Patron.
You didn't fuck that up. Nice.
Of course I didn't fuck that up. Come on.
You were close.
Come on.
You were close.
Come on. So the match started with Homicide bumping for Dos Cardos.
Yeah.
It was actually really cute.
It was. It was pretty kind of cute.
Yeah. Like,
and if he did hit the old man would probably die.
No, I don't know, man. The old man looks thick. The old man looks like he could take a bump or two.
Maybe.
But he did actually, like... Look, it was that moment that it was like, okay, this is the moment that I'm going to completely suspend the disbelief and allow myself to just enjoy this. Because the dude is significant in age. He's a little bit slower than what he used to be.
A little bit.
Yeah, come on. He's not up to fucking that speed. He's an old man.
Yeah.
But he's still so good in the ring. He still is so fluid. For somebody his age, like, come on. Like, I love Ric Flair. I love missing Ric Flair. And I think Ric Flair could still roll around in there. But I don't know if he could pull a match these days.
I know. Can Dos Carlos drop kick his own jacket? And elbow drop it?
You're right. Flair wins.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great opening to the match. Of course, you knew that the brunt of the match was going to be taken by Patron and his brother, Santana and Ortiz. There was a significant size difference with Patron and his brother to Santana and Ortiz. The tag team champions are significantly smaller, and you could see that in a jumping through the ropes cross body that Hidro del Dos Cardos did to Santana, I believe, into the guardrail. That was just, yeah, it was pretty rough. That's a big man.
Yeah, I think he hit his head on that guardrail.
Yeah, it's a big man hitting a little man very hard. But he does move spectacularly well for someone his size.
Not a bad wrestler.
Not a bad wrestler at all. So the match progressed. As we expected, there was going to be some shenanigans at some point. So once the ref bump occurred, you knew it was coming. The new L.A.X. member makes their appearance. You think for a second it's Hidro because he does have a chair. It looks like he's about to swing at Alberto, but he doesn't. He turns around and swings at one of the LAX members. And then, out of nowhere, Low Key.
What's Low Key doing?
The Hitman.
Is he Mexican or Latino of any sort?
I don't know, but the Hitman has joined LAX. I think he's become the...
If you thought LAX was a force to be reckoned with...
Oh, they got Low Key. So you know how,
just
like...
amped up the arsenal now, man.
You know how Bullet Club's allowed to have one Japanese member? I think Low Key is like one non-Latino in LAX.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he's the hired gun, the assassin.
And the hitman.
The hitman. So he gets his warrior's way on Alberto, which causes enough of a distraction for Santana to get in the ring and get the pin after that.
Well deserved. Hold on, boys.
This was if it wasn't for the distraction, I don't think the match would have gone this way.
I reckon it would have.
I don't think this is the end of the shenanigans between the Patron family and LAX.
Yeah, I don't think it's yet. Not yet, anyway.
No, we've got a little bit more to go.
It's just starting, it's scratching the surface.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see where it's going because the way that they've built it and all the rest of it. It's just a really well-built character arc for everyone.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So that was your episode of Impact. But before we get to our match of the night, we do what we do every week. Let's give a shout-out to everyone who comments on the show.
Shout-outs.
So we start over on Reddit with our resident long comment guy.
Smirky.
Smart Guy 297. Thank you so much for commenting.
As always.
Average Boy.
You back?
He's back. He dropped us a couple of comments as usual. Thank you so much, sir. Vince Russo. Bro.
Vince Russo's back.
Bro. Danny.
Danny with a Y.
He's in the house.
He is.
Jeremy Williams.
JW.
Alessio.
Ooh, LSU.
Who made our logos.
Yeah, our guy.
Bird versus Camel.
BVC.
Who's this loser? G-Banks?
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
What are you on about?
sorry.
Don't act like you don't know me.
Impact Wrestling by Anthemal.
He's always commenting.
Vincent is Valentine.
Still want that card.
You're not getting one. And that's it for this week.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So we're
Got
going
a
to...
fair bit of comments.
We did. We actually got the most comments we've ever gotten with 42 comments on that video.
Nice,
So
nice.
Thank you.
42.
Thank you so much. Everyone that watches the show as well, we don't expect everyone to comment. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching. We really appreciate it. Now, comments of the week. What's yours?
I'm going to have to go Vince Russo.
You can't go Vince.
Well,
Russo.
I can't vote for myself. You're not letting me, so Vince Russo.
Alright, so
Look how funny he is.
Vince Russo said, "Bro, somebody needs to get Jeff Jarrett to have a word with that scumbag Bruce Pritchard, bro. First he's giving out my phone number to guys like Jim Cornette, and now he's trying to take over the show, bro. I'm disappointed Jeff Jarrett would hire that guy instead of me, bro. People will clearly want Vince Russo, bro."
And I don't disagree.
I very much disagree. I wholeheartedly
Dude, I'd love to
Disagree.
see Vince at Global Force.
Wholeheartedly.
That'd be the
He
best
was. He ruined it. That's why I had to get rid of him. Now it's good again.
thing. No, I wouldn't
Twice!
I wouldn't mind seeing,
Twice!
No, I wouldn't mind seeing him back. He carries the company behind his back.
Oh, fuck you, Vince. So I'm going to pick something that actually is going to lead into our comment discussion this week, and that was Danny.
Danny with a Y.
So Danny said, no disrespect to Gail Kim, but if she retires with the belt, that'd be sad for the Knockouts division. She's earned the name Stale Kim at this point.
Ooh.
Now that led to a discussion between myself and Danny, which, for anybody listening, I'm more than happy to discuss criticism of the show as well. And in my personal opinion, I don't think Gail's stale at all. I think we have a women's division because of Gail Kim. She is, hands down, the greatest female wrestler of all times, and she's still active, alive, in the ring. We have somebody who, if you go over to even other companies and their women's division, they're going to say that Gail Kim inspires them to be a professional wrestler. The WWE Women's Revolution would never have happened if it wasn't for the Knockouts. And the Knockouts never would have happened if it wasn't for Gail Kim. So, look, in my mind, if Gail retires the belts, has a story arc where it's her last match, she wins the titles in a really good match against someone like Sienna or Rosemary in a really hard-fought scrap battle that she only just wins, but has to give the belts up immediately. To me personally, that would just be closing a chapter in the Knockouts division. That would just be the end of an era. She started it. Let it end with the belts. Because then after that, you bring out the new belt. The single, unified, new Global Force Wrestling Knockouts belt. And hold a Knockouts tournament to crown a new Knockouts champion. To start this new era that's clearly being led by people like Laurel, Sienna, Rosemary, even coming up underneath them, their understudies, Ava Story, Amber Nova. We have a whole new generation of Knockouts now, which is really awesome. But to take that further, you and me were having a discussion about this the other day, and we got to the point where we were like, well, we've got two divisions that are actually open. Why can't the Knockouts start competing in those divisions as well? And what I'm saying is the X Division and the Grand Championship. Are there any rules saying that the knockouts can't compete in those divisions as well?
It'd be interesting too.
It would be. And you could have like an Ultimate X match with 5 male X Division competitors and 1 female X Division competitor. You could have this epic story arc of, for instance, Rosemary winning the Knockouts title that gets to Destination X next year. And the X Division title is getting cashed in for the World Heavyweight title. And she cashes in the Knockouts title for a shot at the X Division title. And gets put into the Ultimate X match to crown the new X Division champion. And wins.
Yeah.
Sienna, okay, so you couldn't have Moose in it, but you drop the title from Moose to someone just a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be a tiny competitor, but just a little bit smaller than Moose. And Sienna in a Grand Championship match.
Match with them, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, why not start a new generation of knockouts? And the sky's the limit.
Yeah, so they can, they've proven themselves that they can wrestle. Why not go toe-to-toe with the guys now?
Yeah. And we saw Gail Kim and who else was a couple of the female competitors in that tournament.
I think it was Brooke, maybe, at the time.
Yeah, it could have been Brooke. In that tournament for the new TNA World title, a couple of, about a year and a bit ago now. That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
But this would give you an excuse to do it as well. Close the book on a whole chapter of the Knockouts division by letting Gail retire in the ring, have a moment with both of the titles, leave the titles there, have this spotlight on him, and takes her boots off and leaves him in the ring with her titles, the old wrestling tradition, walks away, and that's gives her a little speech, and that's it for Gail Kim. And then the next generation starts, and just, sky's the limit on them.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Why not?
Why not, yeah. Go to this kind of direction where Lucha Underground going, but, further it more.
Yeah, and make it more legitimate.
Yeah, make it more legitimate, yeah.
Yeah, whereas Lucha Underground, by very definition of the fact that they lean so heavily into drama and fictionalized storylines of, people getting resurrected and zombies and things like that, that it's completely unlegitimate.
Yeah.
Whereas if you play them again, you play Sienna as a dominant force in the Grand Championship scene, as a competitor, with as a strong character, an MMA fighter fighting these guys. And then you have, again, someone like Rosemary would slot straight in to the X Division scene perfectly, without changing her style at all. And it'd just be an interesting mix-up of, now we get new matchups.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The sky's the limit. You can go anywhere with it.
Be very cool. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Would you like to see the Knockouts compete in the X Division and Grand Championship? Because there's no rules saying that they shouldn't.
Yeah. And they can still have, the Knockouts be for the Knockouts, and the world title can be for the, male,
the heavyweight male world title, and the Knockouts have the Knockouts title. And so you've got 2 separate titles and 2 mixed titles.
Exactly. I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
How about
and it's never been done before.
Yeah, how about tag teams?
Mixed tag team.
Yeah.
Gender tag. Yeah,
you could have mixed tag teams. You could have 2 knockouts versus 2 guys for the title.
Yeah.
You could mix it up with a knockout and a dude Ali and Braxton become a tag team.
Tag team, yeah.
And win the titles.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
That'd be awesome, right? And they drop to Sienna and Laurel, who drop to Eddie Edwards and Matt Sydal. There you go. There's 6 months worth of booking for you. Fucking, it's free, Bruce. Yeah. It's free. Anyway, that's our random discussion point for this week. What do you think the future of the Knockouts division should be? What do you think about Gail Kim retiring at the end of the year? Should she retire with the title? Should she not? Let us know in the comments below. We're always interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, we do this for you, so...
Yeah, this is the fun of it. Getting to discuss this with you guys. And Danny, thanks again for bringing this up, because it did lead to an interesting discussion that we had in the comments, and that led to a discussion on the show.
Gave us some material.
It did. It did. Some filler, as I say.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now, our final bit before we say goodbye. It's match of the night. It's match of the night.
Match of the night.
What did you go?
Well, I'm going to have to go for the main event.
Really?
Yeah.
You go in the main event?
Yeah, the big surprise, L.A.X coming out on top. It was good.
Okay, so LAX versus the Patron family civil war with the introduction of Loki as a new member of LAX.
It was awesome.
Was actually a good segment, I have to say. I quite enjoyed it. But it's not my match of the night.
Good, because I don't want you to agree with me.
Yeah, we disagree a lot on these type of things. I'm going KM, Falabal, and Mario Baccarat versus Suicide, Braxton Sutter, and Grado. I thought this was an interesting match that had not only comedy, some great wrestling, some international flavor and different styles all mixed in. I really enjoy when you get to see something different. Now, I'm not taking away from LAX versus the Patron family because it was a great spectacle, but we've seen the NWO shit before. Like,
yeah, we have.
And that's.
But I'm not sick of it.
No, I'm not sick of it at all. I think they're doing this. They've got a great spin on it, and LAX and Conan are doing a great job of selling it. It's a really interesting story arc, and I'm really enjoying it and want to see more of it. But give me something different from time to time, and I'm going to be like, okay, that's cool. Seeing the Falabal splat roll thing, whatever that was interesting.
I think he was trying to do a flip, and it was like, no, I can't do that. So I'm just going to roll on him.
Suicide and Braxton Sutter. Well, Braxton Sutter first going over the top ropes, and then Suicide doing his suicide drop off the top ropes. That was very cool. And again, just the size comparison, the size difference between Falabal and all the other competitors. Interesting look to the match, obviously with all the different sizes of the competitors. Because KM's a big guy. Mario Baccarat is your sort of middle between everyone.
All-rounder, yeah.
Braxton's a tall, big dude. Grado's an interesting looking guy, let's say. And Suicide's a lot more compact. But so again, it was just all very different. Yeah. So I kind of enjoy this type of stuff. It doesn't mean it's going to be your match of the night. It's just my opinion.
It would have been my match of the night if it wasn't for the outcome.
What, because
they
Grado
cheated?
won?
Yeah.
You didn't like Grado winning?
No.
Okay. Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Again, thank you everyone that listens, watches, and has subscribed to the channel. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Every one of you.
And we'll be back next week.
Yeah, for another show.
With some more Making an Impact.
But we're not in Orlando, Florida.
No.
Are we?
No, I think it's going to be the first show from New York on the road.
Cool. Are we going to do a New York accent?
No.
Why not? I've got a good New York accent.
Go. Do you mean?
I don't want to do it now. You're putting me on the spot.
Okay.
I'll do it next week.
All right, I'll shut you down then.
All right, cool.
Until then, I have been your host, The Stooge.
And I'm the one, the only, G-Banks, man. That's a good one, isn't it?
What was that?
That was a New York accent.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Try again.
I'm G-Banks, man. Good New York.
I'll let people decide in the comments.
I eat pizza. And I have Italian friends.
Okay. And until next time, don't forget, adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution, dudes.
What is that?
It's a New York accent.
New York via...
I don't know, Colorado?
The Pacific Islands?
I don't know.